Hello, everybody. Welcome to the OWINNERS webinar. We just had a wonderful performance by DJ Skeeper. He performs weekly with us, and it's not recorded because of the YouTube copyright laws. But if you come on time, you'll be able to be blessed by his music. It's just so uplifting and puts us in a happy mood. Thank you, DJ Skeeper, for doing this every week for us. We appreciate you. So tonight, what we're doing is a topic about motivation. So this is to uplift you, inspire you, ignite you. So this is what we're going to do tonight. And we have a nice lineup of speakers. First, we're going to have Dr. Pekam Takusi, and she is a certified life coach as well as a pharmacist. And she's going to give us some words. And then we'll have other speakers after her. So let's start with Dr. Pekam Takusi, and she is on fire. Go ahead, Dr. Takusi.
Thank you, Angeline, and thank you, DJ Skeeper.
You need to unmute.
Yes. Thank you, Angeline. Thank you, DJ Skeeper. Can you hear me now?
Let me ask you to. Oh, you are.
No, we can hear her.
So maybe try to raise your volume because you are unmuted.
I can hear her very loud and clear.
No sound yet.
Go ahead.
Am I good?
No sound yet.
Yeah,
Okay.
I can hear her. I can hear her.
Yes, she's good.
She's
Can
good.
you all
Maybe-
hear me?
Yes.
Then maybe
Bob,
it's you,
you're
Lynn.
muted too.
Then we can hear her. Maybe it's you. Check your.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
hear
think you are the one having problem.
Oh, me, I'm hearing you guys right now. So it's been fine
Okay.
all along. Okay,
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Yeah,
can hear you.
The
Yeah.
sound just went on for me. Sorry, you guys. I thought it was for everyone. Go ahead, Dr. Takusi.
Okay. Thank you, Angeline, and thank you, DJ Skipper, for that wonderful piece. And yes, we are winners. And like Nelson Mandela says, a quote, a winner is a dreamer who never gives up. And on passive, we never give up. So we are always winning. Good evening, my fellow Unpassivians. Bonsoir, buonasera, buenas noches. From Africa to Asia, from India, Pakistan, from Australia to America, North America, South America, and Canada. I salute you all. It's such a joy and a privilege for me to be able to speak to my fellow Unpassivians after the voice incident, the laryngitis I had last week. And as a pharmacist, I have to talk all day. So it's really kind of been hard for me to really rest my voice, but I think it's way better today. So yes, my name is Pekam, and I am a solid founder. I am also your friend. Remember, a friend watches over you, a friend protects you, a friend accepts you, and a friend for sure loves you. So there's a quote by a man called Martin Mullins, and he says, the only person you should always strive to be better than is the person that you were yesterday. Which is why on OWINNERS, we meet every week on our weekly webinars to connect. Being connected activates entrainment because we get knowledge, we get understanding, we get a clear picture of where we are going. Being connected with other Unpassivians keep us in a place of positive influence because there is power in number. There is a power in connecting with people who resonate with you or above you. So the theme of our webinar tonight is Inspire and Ignite. So who are we inspiring and what are we igniting? Well, we shall answer these two questions at the end of our time together. Last Thursday, during our corporate webinar, our CEO said something very profound, which touched every cell of my body because as an energy leadership coach, that is exactly what I stand for. He said, we have to motivate ourselves. While not using his exact words, the bottom line is, he said, motivation comes from within. He said, your belief in something determines your motivation to get something done. This kind of belief that Mr. Mufara was talking about is a knowing. It is what is called in Hebrew emunah. This is the kind of belief which makes you connect with the unified field, where all possibilities exist. This kind of belief activates new genes where potentials exist, and you experience a state of bliss. When you truly believe in something, like you said, you take action and you get results. The results you get justify your belief, and you continue building enough momentum until your belief is objectified in the physical world. Now let's talk about self-motivation, because on passive is a done deal. So let's talk about how we as unperceivians are going to present ourselves to those we are destined to uplift. We have to clean ourselves first. We have to clean our house. We are vessels of benevolence to someone, which means we have to be clean to flow effortlessly and without judgment. Let me take you back to what I stand for. I am a self-esteem expert. I work with people from all walks of life, taking them from insecurity to a revelation of their true identity. And I focus on 3 words: insecurity, identity, and invaluable. So let's look at insecurities. What is it? It's a lack of confidence in oneself. Your insecurity then should motivate you to take action, because your insecurity is your stronghold. Your insecurity keeps you in a low level of survival and victim mindset. Your insecurity listens to that still voice, which is deep down within you, just confirming what you already believe yourself to be, which is usually a very limiting belief. Your insecurity is your own demon. But guess what? Your insecurity has no power except that which you give it. It truly quickly vanishes when the light of understanding reveals the truth as they truly really are. Your insecurity is the darkness. Hence, darkness and light can never dwell together. Insecurities can come from a lot of different factors, but I love the category given by Napoleon here from his book, Think and Grow Rich, the 15th chapter, where he talks about the 6 ghosts of fears. He categorizes them into the fear of poverty, the fear of criticism, the fear of ill health, the fear of loss of love, the fear of old age, and the fear of death. My dear unperceivians, if we are to look deep down into our respective insecurities in our lives, and we were to categorize them, they're going to fall in one of these categories. So once we are able to truly identify what our insecurity or our personal demon is, then we take the next step to seek knowledge so we can understand. Insecurity covers an aspect of our true identity, hidden in the deep of each and every one of us. It's a human which is very, very powerful and unique. A human sense to fulfill purpose no one else can fulfill. A human who is here to let the divine flow through and give a piece of the divine that only you can be a vessel of. So what is our true identity? Our true identity then is divinity. Our true identity is to create. Our true identity is to bring forth the light. Our true identity is to dispel darkness by our presence. Our true identity has infinite possibilities. Our true identity is ancient of days. Our true identity is eternal and its love. Upon discovering your true identity, you now realize how invaluable you are as a person. There is no price tag to infinite possibilities. We are all uniquely invaluable. Mr. Ash has unveiled how uniquely invaluable he is, which is why he is very confident and bold. He knows that infinite intelligence has all the answers. We just need to know the right questions to ask to get the right answers. There is no impossibility with infinite intelligence. He tells us to look for a reason to be motivated. Why? Because he understands the principle. Motivation is an inside-out work. You need to identify your insecurity. Once you identify and work on it, you become unstoppable. You are then not dependent on the world to keep you going because the world never got you started. Now, talking about world, my dear unperseverance, do you realize there's a difference between world and earth? The earth is the planet. It's Gaia. It's Mother Earth. It's alive. It's ever-giving. But the world is made up of perspectives and perceptions. Your perception and your perspective is your world. A sum total of individual worlds make up the global world. Whatever perspective is dominant rules. So like when Dyer says, when you change the way you look at the world you look at changes. So my question to you on this platform today, what is your world? What world do you want to ignite? You have no control over any other person's world but yours. So please look for your insecurities and motivate yourself to work on them. As you motivate yourself and see results, like Mr. Mufara says, you get inspired to do more work within yourself. It is the inner inspiration which ignites a burning desire to fulfill purpose. Let us stay plugged into the vision of Unpassive. Your individual vision must be fueled by the vision of Unpassive. It's all about uplifting humanity, and you are your own first human. You must uplift yourself first. So I will encourage each and every one of us here today to make a decision, to work on our insecurities. Use your insecurities as your inspiration to make you go to that place within you have been avoiding. Down there where you've been avoiding lies the ignition fuel for your flame. Make that decision on perseverance with such firm intention that the amplitude of this decision carries a level of energy which is able to destroy, disrupt, and throw away any belief system which does not align with your vision for yourself. So Ralph Waldo Emerson says, to be yourself in a world which is constantly trying to make you someone else is the greatest accomplishment we can do. So as our theme for this evening is to inspire and ignite. Inspire yourself to work on your insecurities. Get inspired. That way you can ignite your potentials in a way like never before. It's always a joy and a privilege to be on this platform. Our CEO is on fire. He's telling us every day it's a done deal. He is inspired. He is motivated. His fire is on. Let us connect to his flame and we'll see better days ahead. Thank you. Thank you, Unpassive. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Tukwisi. That was wonderful. You know, we are all needing to work on ourselves, right? To be better than what we are now. And I think that Unpassive is perfect for us. You know, it's in line with us getting better for for ourselves and us also do better for the company, you know, because if we're better people, my gosh, what can we do for Unpassive and for Mr. Ashmafara? So we thank you for your contribution because I think that your timing is perfect. Your contribution to OWINNERS is just awesome. Thank you very much, Dr. Takusi. All right, now we go on to Abdul Kia. And Abdul is an OWINNER. He's very inspirational and we're really happy to have Abdul here today. You can take the floor.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, good night, wherever you may be. It's a joy and a pleasure to be here today. It's wonderful to be here. Let me just give a small synopsis of who I am. By trade, I am a financial analyst and a business consultant. I am a published author. I am a business, life, and career coach. I'm also a tutor. I tutor math and I tutor reading. Again, it is a pleasure to be here. My name is Abdul Kia. And like my brother, Uncle Bob always say, I am your friend. I want to give honor to Uncle Bob and to Uncle Oliver and the rest of the OWINNERS for giving me the opportunity and allowing me to speak today with you. I am thankful and I'm grateful to be with you today because somebody didn't wake up this morning. Somebody went to bed last night, had plans. They're not able to have those plans anymore. So we all are blessed and grateful to be alive today. That's enough really to ignite you and to inspire you. OWINNER motto is we inspire, we ignite to inspire. First, before I get ahead of myself, please let us all give thanks to and gratitude to Mr. Ashmafara and his family for Unpassive. I tell you, words alone can't express how grateful and how thankful I am to be one of the chosen ones to be a founder in Unpassive. And we all should feel that way. We should all feel excited. We should all feel like we're in a brand new place, that we're going places to see things and to do things we never done before. This alone ignites and inspires me every day. It makes me wake up with a smile on my face and in my heart every day. And sometimes it brings tears to my eyes to realize I've been so lucky and so blessed to be one of the ones to be a founder in Unpassive. And I feel everybody should feel like that because so many people that each one of us have tried to relate this great opportunity to, this great gift to, they didn't hear. They didn't have the ears to hear. But we was one of the fortunate ones to be able to hear. Let us all give thanks to the tech team, along with Muhammad Kamal, and all the support mechanisms that make up the gigantic technology company called Unpassive. Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready to ignite all of your dreams and your wishes. Get ready, get ready, get ready to inspire others. That's what our mission is. The word ignite means to cause a fuel to burn. The compassion, the love, the kindness, the openness of our CEO, Mr. Ashmafara, is beyond comparison. No man that I know has given humanity a gift like he has, like his wife has, and his family has given it to each and every one of us as a founder. And those soon to come is humanity. He has given a great gift to humanity, and humanity real soon will be able to understand what Unpassive is, who Mr. Ashmafara is, and as he said in his own word, everybody will know who we are. Unpassive has given us all true time and freedom. Now I'm constantly working myself, being in my own business. I'm constantly working, constantly doing different things make my life better, be successful in my life. We all are constantly busy trying to improve our life, improve our way, improve our thinking, proving the things that we want to improve on. And now we've been getting a vehicle that's going to give us this opportunity. That vehicle is called On Passive. In a sense, he has given us back our hopes for a better tomorrow. Just think for a minute, what was your mind at 5 years ago, 6 years ago? What was you thinking? What was you doing? What was you considering doing? Was you as happy as you is now? I don't know. I'm much happier than I was 6 years ago. I got a happiness in my heart that just can't wait. That sparks, that unites us all, to drive us to have the same compassion, love, kindness, and openness for one another. That's what Mr. Ash unites us to do, to have love, compassion, love, not only for ourselves, but for one another and for humanity at large. When you say so? We are in a new world, a new time zone, a new dimension. We are the new horizon, and On Passive is coming to a place near you soon. You heard Mr. Ash say we're going to have physical stores. Man, that's going to be powerful there. On Passive is going to be having physical stores. We're going to become a household name brand. That's powerful in itself. The word inspire means to impel, to motivate, to get you excited, to raise your level of thinking, to move you to action. That's what Mr. Ash, I heard him say, you got to take action. You just can't sit back and just think things that's going to come to you. You got to take action, you got to get involved. I tell you, if On Passive haven't moved you to take action, it's like Marty says, something must be wrong with you. When that light switch goes on inside of you, your eyes change. Your emotion goes off the wall. Your heart is pumping so fast with excitement. Your composure changes. Your energy level heightens. You are on fire. Your mind just can't stop thinking about all the goods that you want to accomplish and all the people you want to help. Yes, Mr. Ash is correct. He has a higher power igniting and inspiring him. He's on fire himself, just as Sister Becca Sakushi said. He's on fire himself, Mr. Ash McFarland. Our great leader, it's too many to name, but we have so many great leaders in On Passive. And I don't want to start naming too many because I'll leave out so many people, but they inspire us all too, unconditionally. Much love and appreciation to all our great leaders, like Auntie Glenn. We love you. Well, she goes out of her way, she's everywhere. I forget what Marty says, she's like a super bunny or something. Man, she's everywhere. Thank you, Auntie Glenn, for all that you do. Thank you, Uncle Bob and Uncle Oliver, for all you do. Marcine, Sylvia, all that you do. Everybody in On Passive is important. Everybody in On Passive is valuable. Everybody in On Passive deserves this gift that you've been given to you. Brother, I tell you, Marty, if you hear my word, I love your heart. I listen to you as much as I can on your live. We, the On Passive founder, we have been given the greatest gift of all time. On Passive would change the world. On Passive would change lives. We would show the ones that are without clothing. We would show the one that are without food, the proper food nourishment. We would show the ones that are without proper shelter. We would show the ones without proper means to take care of themselves. Those without clean water. That On Passive is the one and only key to unlock the doors in their lives. In all respects of life. We are the new life barriers for the world. We are creating our own world, and it is called On Passive. Get ready, get ready, get ready, get ready for the greatest time of your life. We are getting ready to go on warp speed. I know everybody just can't wait to hear what Mr. Ashley got to say tomorrow. Some of you gonna have sleepless nights. I know you is. Ain't that right, Uncle Bob? Some of you ain't gonna be able to sleep that good tomorrow. You just can't wait till 3 o'clock come. I know I'm gonna be there at 2:30. I'm gonna get there early myself. We are in such a wonderful time. So I want you to get ready, get ready, get ready. Get ready and keep yourself on fire, because a fire is coming. Fire, 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 fire.
Thank you. That was very, very powerful. And your words of inspiration just, it reaches people. I just want you to know it's something about you. When you speak, you touch our hearts. So thank you so much for those words. We now go on to Oliver Fonte. He is one of the 2 hosts of this great webinar. Oliver Fonte, take the floor.
Hi, everybody. Hi, all Pacifians on Pacific Air. I want to thank everybody that's here. And no need calling names. We are here to more than about 200 and something, getting to 300. Just want to say thank you, and I appreciate you spending your time to come here today to listen to us. Is because we are all in fire. Like Abdul said, fire, 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 fire. We are in fire. And tomorrow, the CEO will come and spill it again out. And please prepare yourself for tomorrow. Come with your cup of coffee, your water or soda, pen and paper to write, because tomorrow he's going to spit fire. And the theme of today, the topic of today was to ignite on passive. When I want to talk about to ignite, to inspire and ignite, I will not stop also to talk about the perfect timing. Everything in OnPassive is timing. Look at how we are today here, happy, because we are in a company that will give us a value, not only the OnPassivian, the value, the whole world, a value that everybody's going to enjoy. When I look at the journey, like Mr. Ashmufar always say, it's a process. The journey today that we will soon be counting, we are already counting our success. It was a difficult journey, but we enjoy all the moment, from one step to the other, from one step to the other. And today, we can smell it, we see it. OnPassivians are all ignite in them, they are all inspired in them, preparing and waiting. Preparing and waiting. More than 1 million of us, 1.4 million OnPassivia. We've gone through hard times. We sow the seed in difficult moments, to tears, attacks. Today, we are going to harvest happily, joyfully, because the journey was not an easy journey. And that is how we enjoy the process. Good things don't come that easy, but we have one captain on the ship, Mr. Ashmufara, a strategist, focus. He carried all of us behind him, even in the most difficult moment. What he has been going through with the tech team in Hyderabad, he will still come to us and smile, make us to understand that things are going good, easy. But I will tell you, behind the scene, behind all of us that we are IT tech here, we can understand. My brother Bob will say this. It's not easy behind the scene. It's not easy. He will come, talk to us, smile. But when he goes immediately he will leave us, go to a meeting, everything will change. That is the world of technology where we are. But he's a good strategist. He always come and say, it's a done deal. It's done. It's a done deal. It's done. But today, tomorrow, and in the future, our generation will never suffer again. Poverty will be the past. Sharing, igniting will be the present and the future as from now henceforth. Because the apples, you know what I'm talking about. Today, we can say that OnPassive has achieved everything that the CEO planned for with the help of our Almighty. Look at FIFA. Let me not call FIFA. Look at Beam Sport. Perfect timing. Everything is about timing in OnPassive. Perfect timing. We cannot beat that. Just being that OnPassive is going to be in World Cup 2020 in Qatar. It's a big thing. Maybe people will not understand this. Just the customers that are going to come in, the people that are going to look at us, look at our products, is big. Perfect timing. Everything is about the timing. The world is going through recession. OnPassive is there. Perfect timing. Afford products above market value, affordable price, unlimited. Perfect timing. Oh, bless. Like Abdul said, kids that goes to school, no shoes, can't afford, people can't eat, people sleep in houses, hospitals. OnPassive is there to provide to them. And I know in the more than 200 countries, the OnPassivians are going to do something. OnPassivians, we are going to do something. Crime rate will be reduced, poverty reduced. Talking about education, academy. The traditional schools that we went through, our kids, now we are going to have a digital transformation school. School that people will stay from their home. They need just a wireless network and a laptop from kindergarten to masters and PhD. Professional courses. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Patience. We've been patient, the 1.4 million of us. We've been patient. People have attacked us. They laugh at us. But today, we are harvesting joyfully. On perseverance, the time has come that when you travel, you want to look at TV, the airport, you see OnPassive, you smile with joy. What I also want to say is that I know during this journey, some of our friends, our brothers and sisters, because of fatigue, they drop out. Please, we should reach to each and every one of them that this is the time. They should come back, go to their account, go to their back office, go back and familiarize themselves with it, because one account is a treasure. One account is a treasure. We don't need to have multiple accounts. One account is a treasure. I also want to thank our CEO, a man with big heart. A man with big heart. When he comes out and say, I'm here to change your life, That is true. And when he tell us that Mother Teresa was a good woman, but she got limited resources, that is the baton that he took from Mother Teresa and brought the 1.4 million of us so that we'll be able to replicate ourselves and change the world, even if just 1 or 2%. And when I look at all of us, the 1.4 million of us, I know we are going to impact somebody's life. I know that one of us will be able to change 4 or 5 or 10. The point is not the money. The point is the heart. The point is the heart. And I know we do have that heart. If Mr. Ash Mufara show us the road that go and do it, gives us the resources that we know is coming, I know one of us will be able to change more than 5 people's lives. And if you calculate the more than 5 people's lives all over the world, in the 200 plus countries, how many percent that's going to be? I want to say thank you on Perseverance for the good job, the patience, the loyalty, the trust, the hope, and the faith. The hope and the faith that we had. And we are now at the end of this journey. Mr. Ash Mufara, a man of a man of good faith, like all of us here. There are how many billion people in this world? But God look at each and every one of us that look, you are wrong, you are correct to be a founder on Passive. This is going to be the biggest company on this planet Earth. I'm not chewing my words. Being in the industry, know the politics, the mafia that is going. And Mr. Ash Mufara look at those gaps and said, I'll close it. And it's done. It's done. It's done. And we are fine. Thank you, Auntie Lynn. Bye.
Thank you, Oliver. As you say, timing is right, and I believe that Unpassive came into the world at the right time, and each and every one of us joined Unpassive at the time that was right. So I'm at peace that everything is happening as it's supposed to be. So it's a wonderful journey that we all are on. Now we go on to Bob Takusi. Bob Takusi is going to take the floor.
All right. Hello, Auntie Lynn. Hello, on Perseverance. This is your friend, Bob Takusi from Bel Air, Maryland. I'm very, very, very happy to be here. Before I even start to say anything, I want to express our good tidings to the people of Florida. We know as we speak, Hurricane Ian is pummeling the people of Florida, the entire state. And we know our founder and CEO, Mr. Ash Mufara, lives in that state. So we want to express good tidings to Mr. Ash and his lovely wife, Ash Mahan, and his 2 boys, Omar and Yusuf. Sometimes just the noise and the destruction that's around, they might be safe, but the kids, it might impact the kids. I hope they're all safe. Also to you, Auntie Lynn, it was great for me seeing you. I remember I sent you a text message. I was checking on you if you are fine. Good to see you here. Good to see, I know Mr. Rob is also fine. And Ron and all our founders in Florida, our thoughts and our hearts and prayers are out with you. Please heed to the advice of your local city officials, whatever they say. It looks like this thing is really hard. It came down as a Category 4 hurricane. So it's causing havoc on his path as it's going. I think it's going to the Carolinas now. So those of all the founders in Carolinas, please stay safe and heed to your city officials. Thank you, my brother Oliver. Thank you, Dr. Pekam, well spoken. My brother Abdua, just you coming all the time, just seeing you ignites me. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep up with what you have said so far. I know Brother Mari is going to come after me and conclude and just bring down the house. Brother Mari, good to see you as always. You know, when Oliver was speaking, something just came up in my mind. I did not even have it planned. When he talked about the perfect timing of OnPassive, you also realize that that supreme supernatural being that's hovering around about over our founder, Mr. Ash, and OnPassive, creates that environment for the perfect timing. But I also remembered a book that I read some time ago. It's called The Secrets of the Millionaire's Mind. It's written by a guy called T. Half Acre. He says something very peculiar in there. He says, what you focus on expands. What you focus on expands. And that quote just makes me think of Ash Mufara every time as Oliver was speaking, when he was talking about the perfect timing. Ash Mufara has focused. He's put his mind like a laser in his mission and his vision. And it has expanded and expanded, and he has attracted 1.4 million founders. He says, when you focus your mind, it expands. And then you stay away from all the complainers, the people who complain, the naysayers, you stay away from them. Their negative energy is infectious. So you don't want it. You realize that Mr. Ash Mufara is a guy who, there's like a wall, there's like an invisible wall. There's nothing bothers him, like Oliver was saying. Nothing. There was a time where we were sitting here, all of us were here, and there were problems with the staff in Hyderabad. And Mr. Ash will go in those meetings, come out and talks to us. You will not even realize that there's anything going on. He stayed focused and he expanded his mission. Today, I want to thank my friend and my brother, Oscar from Boston. He's the one who introduced me to OnPassive and changed my life completely. I remember that beautiful day. It was a Saturday in April 2020. Saturday, April 25th. I was lying down in my couch. We had just begun the lockdown. I was home. You know, as an IT guy, I was like, okay, I'm going to use this downtime to get some certifications. You know, we do certifications, just certify yourself, just whatever you're doing at work. You know, I was going to use that time. And then Oscar called me up and told me, Bob, hey, there's this. I ran into this information and please take a look at it. And when I attended that webinar the following day, my life changed. OnPassive and Ash Mufara came into my life. And my life has never been the same. It impacted me. I have never taken any, it's been 2.5 years now. Not done any certification. Some of my certificates have expired. My mind is all about OnPassive. Because as someone in the industry, we see the possibility, we see what Ash Mufara is doing. There's nothing like OnPassive right now in the industry. Each and every one of these products, fellow founders, each and every one of our products beats whatever is currently in the marketplace. When we came in for the very first time, myself, like every single one of you here tonight, you came to make the money. All of us. But as soon as you understand OnPassive and the concept, and you understand the mission and the vision of Ash Mufara, your life changes. Every single one, I don't know of anybody, I would say about 95% of the founders, they all came in for the money, but now we are thinking of uplifting mankind. That is who our founder is. That's who Mr. Ash Mufara is. That is his mission. What you focus on expands. What you focus on your mind, your soul, your spirit, and your will focuses on it, the universe conspires and helps you to achieve it. That is said by a guy called, it's from a book they call The Alchemist from, I forgot his name. When you really want something, you synchronize your mind, your soul, your spirit, and your will. The universe conspires and helps you to achieve it. Even our founder, Mr. Ashmufara, would tell us that he did not believe that he would get 1.4 million founders. It is the universe, because he has focused his mind and it is expanding in front of his eyes. When Ashmufara started on Passive, it was a digital marketing solution. At the point when he was looking around, finding out where he's going to find the resources, the staff, the people who work for him, a company was folding in India, somewhere in Calcutta, a small company that had the talent that he needed. That is the universe conspiring, my dear Passivians. He didn't know. But when you focus your mind, when you focus on something, it expands. The journey from since 1918 has been a relay. It's like a relay. You know, tonight, Oliver and myself, we're thinking about the 4 years of OnPassive. There are people who've come, they have played their role and gone. Maybe they're taking a break, they're resting. You know, it is tiring. It's like a relay, you pass the baton. But now we are at a point where we are heading home. We are at the home stretch. Our founder has told us, he's giving us the time. So we beckon on all those who've been here with us before. I'm talking of, when I came into OnPassive, there was a lady with a peculiar voice called Eva Farbers. We all know a lady, Cindy Hopkins, mother OnPassive. She's still around. We hear her. I haven't heard of Eva Farbers. Mr. Ken Russell, we used to see the general updates from Ken Russell. Well, Cedric, or our brother Romeo, we should reach out to them, let them come back. We are now at the home stretch, we're heading home. We should all remember to take this message to our teams. Because here is the secret, guys, and I'm sure Brother Madi will agree with me. The more we disseminate this message to our teams to get everybody ready, as soon as OnPassive launches on day one, if all of us activate, that's a home run of the home run for centuries to come. So we should remember to take the messages to our fellow founders, those who have been working and maybe they want to take a break. This is the time. Come back home. The light is right there at the end of the tunnel. We are seeing it. Come back home. Remind our teams. Every single one of your team. Go back to your back office. Just send a broadcast message to every founder in your team. Tell them that we are now at the home stretch. Fellow founders, Ashmufara has done wonders. Our founder, Ashmufara, has done wonders in technology and to humanity. OnPassive is going to create wonders to the world. The ripple effect is far beyond our imagination. What my brother just said, Oliver, we are over 200 countries, founders all over the world, people with like minds to uplift. Because when it comes to the money part of OnPassive, it's a done. Our founder has told us in so many different ways. It's a done deal. Fill your tank. Reverse and upgrade your dreams, no matter how big they are. After you do that, then what? You see that Ash Mufara has achieved his personal legend. That is who this man is. He has always wanted to uplift mankind. And then he creates this platform for all of us. He cannot do it by himself. He's just one person. He talked about Mother Teresa. She had the heart and everything, but she had no means. But that is who Ash Mufara is. Do we think he just started doing this 4 years ago? No. That is who the man is since from when he was his childhood. Since childhood. Technology-wise, it's a done deal. In fact, let me give you guys a clue that it is a done deal. As to me, based on, with Ash Mufara, you read what he doesn't say. Based on my observation and what I see, it's a done deal. He has the template, everything is being done right now as we speak. It's a done deal to me because Ash Mufara, to me, has moved away from unpassive, and he told us that he gave us a clue about a couple of weeks ago. He's talking to interviewing astronauts and aeronautics engineers. That means this mission that he had with unpassive is done. He's now focused. Now what he's done, he has his focus on something else, and that will also expand and come to reality because he goes with it with his soul, his spirit, and his will. It's a done deal, guys. Now let me talk like Dr. Pickham, what Dr. Pickham said just a few minutes ago. She said, make your true identity shine. Shine the light to those you encounter. Make your true identity shine the light to those you encounter. I'm sure Ash Mufara will be happy with that. Every single one you encounter, every single person we encounter, after you fill your tank, you reverse and you upgrade your dreams, you have everything you want. Make the life of everyone you encounter shine. What world do you want to ignite? Dr. Pickham asked us, what world do you want to ignite? Ash Mufara said, I don't want to change the world, but I want to change somebody's world. I don't want to change the world, but I want to change somebody's world. Let us all have that personal mission to go out every day once the apples start falling, fellow unperseverance. To go out every day to change somebody's world, to ignite somebody's world, to uplift somebody. Let us celebrate. That is why at OWINNERS, we celebrate. We begin with DJ Skipper to celebrate because we know it's a done deal. We have won. It's a done deal, guys. So we start in celebration and then we ignite and inspire ourselves. Then we end in prayer to ask the Almighty to give us the grace to receive this gift. That this man who is going to go down as the greatest human being who ever stepped his foot on this planet Earth when unpassive launches, Ash Mufara. Let the good Lord give us the grace. That's why we end our meetings in prayer for the past 2 years. Because we know we need it. We're going to need that grace. Because this money is going to magnify us. It is going to magnify you. It's going to magnify me, each and every one of us, whoever you are right now. So we pray for the grace. Let me end by saying this. Next week at the OWINNERS, in this very webinar next week, we're going to speak about Ash Mufara, the man, the visionary, his mission and his expectations of us, and the impact of unpassive to mankind. That is our topic of next week. Back to you, Auntie Lynn.
Wow, that's gonna be a good topic, Uncle Bob.
Yes.
Can't wait for that one. Very, very exciting. Yay. Thank you for your contribution tonight. We're gonna go on now to Mr. Marty DeGarmo. I see he's in the house. Come on down, Marty. We want to hear from you.
Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everybody.
Hey, brother Marty.
Tech guys, you kicked it out of the park. I'm going to try to kick it a little farther if I can. As far as ignite and inspire, those are powerful things put together, big time. And in life, I think all of us, as we're growing up, we run from one thing that will inspire us so that we can feel ignited. It's a powerful thing in our life, what we do, things we do. I remember as a young boy, you always thought, oh, I can't wait till I'm this age so I can do this. And then can't wait till I'm 17, I get my car license. And I can't wait till, and then it kind of switches on you. Christmas has come faster. Birthdays come faster. 5 years feels like 1 year. It seemed to me it was forever to get 17. Pretty quick to 21. Don't remember being 30. Then you're 45. And now I'm 62 years old. Somewhere in that mess, I lost, well, life buried hope in some ways. Yeah, you grow up with your family, and the most important thing is family. For me, God, and both of those, and relationships. And in 2004, I lost a job that I worked from high school, 18 years old, until I was 42. And I lost it, had no idea I was going to lose it. And it was in a twinkling of an eye. I was having problems for a couple months. I started feeling really sick. I couldn't sleep at night. I kept jumping up in my sleep. Didn't realize the reason I couldn't sleep is I had sleep apnea. It caused damage to my lungs. So I went and got checked out, and they said, well, we thought you were going to die. Anyway, made it. So I got home and I went, well, I got to get better because I got to go to China. Our company was sending me to China in January. And, and the doctor says, well, you'll never go back. You can't go back. For one thing, you won't be able to travel, and you're going to be on oxygen for the rest of your life, probably. Well, that didn't sit well, but so life went on. I got kids. My kids are teenagers. My oldest daughter was 20. And I said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to get online. .com was kicking. People looked like they were making money online. Maybe I could do something. Got on and through this nightmare and weaving in and out of different companies and realizing, man, I what are they doing? What do they have that I don't have? What am I doing wrong? Then I find a couple of them that they ran a little while, and well, you got to do this, you got to do that, and I did everything I was told. Of course, I'm at this point 42 years old, and I was really good at what I did. And it's weird going back to an area where you're not so sure. Well, as time went on, I did learn how to do some stuff, and I could market and build teams, and you guys know this story. But it wasn't very inspiring. And it definitely didn't ignite me, because even when success, little glimpse of success would happen for me, it was very quickly doused out with reality as it's limited. And unless I do this quicker and go through people, not work with them, go through them, I'm not going to make it. That wasn't me. And I remember a video I watched. I might take a little bit of time here, but I remember a video I watched from Les Brown about a bamboo nut. It was a nut from a bamboo tree. And It reminds me of Ampasa. He said, you take that nut and you put it in the ground about 1 foot and you water it and fertilize it for 5 years. 5 years. People walk by, they laugh at you. Hey, Les Brown, what are you doing, man? You're sitting there watering the ground, ain't nothing happening. It's going to. I have faith. There's Ampasa. Right now we see them build this thing where, why is he building all this? Why are we're here, we're there, we're in Burj Khalifa, we're marketing, we're going, you know where, in the middle of November, where millions of dollars are being spent. We're building this huge landing place for a rocket or a ship that we can't even see. Reminds me of that bamboo nut. And what happens with that bamboo nut? On the 5th year, when it's time, that nut breaks through the ground. And it grows 90 feet in 30 days. When that ship lands, we're going to see what we've been working for all this time. We're going to see a picture of why we did what we did. Will we be inspired? You damn right we will. Will we be ignited? Like a firecracker. We're going to blow up like a bomb. But this first started with faith and believing in what we're hearing. You hear ask me for say for the last year, at least a year. This isn't a business. It's a movement. We all watered that nut. We all walked across a desert land watering that nut. Every day we did it. And everyone around us laughed at us. Gene, you're an idiot. What are you doing? Oh, you won't believe what's going to happen. Nothing's going to happen. You've been messing with that crap for months. You're an idiot, Marty. Len, you got to be out of your mind. You guys are wasting your time. Well, let me tell you what's going to happen. There's going to be an explosion because the ship of Unpassive is going to break the sound barrier as it comes into its orbit. And everybody's going to hear it. And it's going to land. And when it hits the ground, it's going to rumble. And you're going to hear a big, loud voice come aboard. Bring your sick, bring your brokenhearted. I got something for you. And we're all going to be able to say, with a little bucket of water, a little bit of fertilizer, this is what I was talking about. And I think the world's going to wake up and they're going to be inspired. Even if they didn't believe before, that's okay. That's okay. Secretariat, they said to the owner of Secretariat, you can't win the Triple Crown because one of the races are for the fastest horse and the last race is for a horse that can run the longest. Secretariat beat every horse in the world by 32 lengths, almost a half of a lap. They said, well, it can't be done. Roger Bannister was told the 4-minute mile can never be broken. Man is not even built to run that speed. When he broke it, 20,000 people within 10 years did it. We're building a landing strip for the biggest, baddest company in the world. And you know why? Because it's not just a company. It's just not a seed. It's a movement that we built everybody here. The nuts, the idiots watering that dirt field day after day after day after day, while people walked up and say, Joyce, you got to be the craziest woman I ever saw. You're still doing that thing? You know why? We all saw the bamboo tree already here and in here. We saw it. And while you're telling people, look at that, they go, I don't see anything. That's the problem. We were inspired. Ash inspired us to have a vision. We all held on, and we're about to see this thing land, and we're all part of it. That's all I have. Thank you.
Before you go, I want to say something about, wait, let me bring you back. So you know how you're sharing on passive with someone, right? And that person is highly intelligent and you speak with them and you get nowhere. Even if it's 5, 10, 15 minutes of explanation and you're really trying to be very clear and they say, no, it's not, something's not right. Then you speak to the next person and you barely begin. You speak maybe 1 minute and they say, I'm in, I got it, I'm in. You know, so that makes me know that there are certain people that are meant to be founders of this company. So as you say, next, right? Don't carry on the people that are not seeing what you have or seeing what you know. And it's fine because they can come in later because they're all going to come in as what? Customers and or resellers.
Resellers.
So
Exactly right.
all is well. So that's how I deal with it because the people who are closest to me, they're not in on passive, but I know that they'll come in later. And I just am at peace about it now. Thank you, Marty, so much for your sharing. Appreciate you. All right. We are now done with our speakers, and this is our time to go to our attendees. We have a Q&A right now, our question and answer session. We have so many leaders here that will be able to address any of your questions. And it's also a time for you to just share how you think and how you feel. And what we're going to do is ask that you raise your hands electronically. If you can limit yourself to a few minutes in order to let everybody have time to share, that would be awesome. If everybody can just self-monitor, I think we'll be just fine. So let's try to stick with motivation as our topic because that is what we're here for, to get motivated, ignited, and inspired. So let's stay on that topic. No support questions like, I'm having trouble with my passwords. This is not the forum for that, all right? So now we're gonna go in order and we are gonna start with Jean Aliva. Hi, Jean.
Hi, Lynn. Can you hear me?
Yes, loudly and clear.
Thank you so much. Oh, thank you, everybody running this webinar today. This topic is just, it's like my favorite topic. It's what makes me so excited about being in on passive, to ignite and to inspire. And my whole life, I would always love talking to people like, what fires you up, you know? And then later in life, I would say, if money were not a concern for you, like if, you know, when you start to get bogged down and your dreams get smaller and smaller, and you see that if you're an empathic person like me, you see that happen to the people that you love around you, and you see them shrinking, you see them saying, well, maybe that won't happen. And it crushes you, it crushes your spirit. So I just, you know, still I would talk to people and say, you know, if money were not a concern for you, what would you do? And one would start a restaurant, one would do a food truck, one would, you know, record an album, one would start his own business, you know, and it would just absolutely get me so excited. And now with On Passive, I know with the positions that I have, I'm going to be able to actually help these people achieve these things. It's not going to be just a nice idea that I had. I can't imagine a more fulfilling life than to go around and not just my own dreams and plans, but to say, you know, every single one of my friends, my siblings, my families, my neighbors, just what fires you up, and let's make that happen. And just to know that is an absolute, it's a done deal. It's going to happen in you know, as long as people are open to it, it's going to happen. And I just could not be happier and more grateful to be here. So that's all I have. Thank you so much, Lynn. Thank you, Marcianne. Thank you, everybody here tonight.
And Jean, it's like a dream come true, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Life is going to be so good. Thank you so much for sharing. We go now to Listra Tuak. Listra Tuak.
Hello again, everyone. Now, I don't know if I want to speak after Jean. I don't know about that at all. But anyway, here it goes. Listen, all the speakers tonight, you guys have inspired me so much more than I have ever been. I mean, every single one of you, you spoke from the heart, and it was so amazing. I know that I am in the best place ever than I've ever been before, I should say. I mean, you people are my family now. Every one of you. You are. I've never met so many like-minded people in all my life. You guys, I mean, right now, I want to cry, but I'm not going to cry. Jean, stop it. But anyway, yes, it's just incredible. I know that we are all going to be doing amazing things, not for ourselves and our families only, but for the world, for the people who need help. We're all here for them. And yeah, I think I'm going to cry, so I'll stop. I love you guys, all of you. You're amazing, amazing. Thank you.
We love you.
And I have my Kleenex right here.
Yeah. Use as much Kleenex as you need. Thank you. Thank you, Listra. Next, we have our own Marcienne Hemabu and O Winner. Go ahead, Marcienne.
Thank you, Angeline. And thanks to all the speakers. And thanks to Madi for choosing this platform to tell us a little bit about his story. And it's a very touching one, just like a lot of us, we have one. But we really appreciate you, Madi, for coming and say this to our platform. And on May 17, 2021, Ash Mufara said this: if you are not self-motivated, you have no chance in life. That was in May 17, 2021. Ash Mufara said, if you are not self-motivated, you have no chances in life. I took it that day personally, and I said, I'm going to try as much to motivate myself and know the reason why I'm getting motivated. And the reason I was getting motivated is because I was seeing the light from unpassive in front of me. Because you can only get motivated when you know that something good is coming. So when I jumped on passive, the next day I knew something good was coming. Because the same Ash Mufara, which is our CEO, said this: if you are not affected by somebody, you are nobody. Or if nobody is affected by you, you are nobody. That's the word of our CEO. If nobody is affected by you, you are nobody. And I was so much motivated because he gives us this platform of unpassive. He brings this movement to make us know that people can be affected by us so that we are not going to be nobody when we leave this world. So when I see my life yesterday, and I see my life of today and my life ahead to come, I know that I'm already achieved a lot of my dream just by being in this platform. Because yesterday I wasn't able to speak to 1, 2, 3, or not say 287 people at once. The only person I can talk to were my children, now of course on the phone, like we all know, hey, how are you? And that's it. Yesterday, I have no hope. Today, I have that hope. Yesterday, I have no voice. Today, I have a voice. Yesterday, I was hopeless. Today, I have the hope. Yesterday, I was voiceless. Today, I have a voice. Yesterday, I couldn't see. Today, I can see the light coming in the front. Yesterday, I cried. I was a crying baby. Today, I'm a joyful lady. All of this because of this movement that we are all in. All of this because of the heart of a great man. We all say that his heart is big at the size of Texas. I think we have to look another bigger thing more than the size of Texas to bring the heart of Mr. Ash Mufara out, because his heart is really big. He took that heart, he shared it to 1.4 million of us. And he said, don't keep it to yourself. Take the piece of this heart, take it out, keep sharing to whoever you see that you know that their life can be changed. Don't worry, because this heart is not going to finish. Everybody will have the piece of it. So if you can share it to all the 7 billion of the people around the world, everybody will have a piece of it. Who does that? A great man. His name is Ash Mufara. He sacrificed himself for us. He looked at people like me, like you, and he said, I cannot have this for myself, because a lot of people around the world don't have voices. They don't have eyes to see. They don't have hands to hold. I'm going to be all of this for you. And I am so grateful, and I'm not going to go here without thanking my dear sister that brought me to Unpassive. And I always told her, if your mother did not deliver you, my mother would have done so. And she's not other person than my sister Amwa, Marie Takusin Jowo. Thank you so much for taking that piece of heart of Mr. Ash Mufara and sharing it with me. I really appreciate. I know my life is not going to ever be the same, because right now I'm already a new person, and I'm trying every single day to motivate myself and keep focused, because Unpassive is one direction, the Unpassive way. There's no return. If you blink, you will miss it. Let us keep focused. Let us keep going. Let us check our back office, breakfast in the morning, lunch, dinner, for those that they can only do 3 times, because for me now that they don't have normal OPT, I just go there like I'm going to other social media. I go there like 100 times a day. When I open my phone, that's the first thing I do. When I go on my computer, that's the first thing I do. So let us do that. Let us know where we are going, because we have one direction. If you don't follow the direction, you are going to miss it. And if you miss it, nobody is returning to pick you up. It's one way, and we are in that ship. Let's move together, and let us help Mr. Ash Mufara to be all the next Mother Teresa around the world. Thank you so much for listening to me.
Thank you, Marcian. Always good as always. Very inspiring. And I think about all the messages you have shared through so many different webinars. So you've made your impact on many of us. Thank you very much, Marcian. All right, now we go to Kumaran, Malaysia. And as you can see, we're almost close to the 2-hour mark. So I think we're gonna start to wrap it up. So we're gonna finish with Gustavo. So we'll have Kumaran, Greg, Bruce, and Gustavo as our next 4 speakers. If you can all keep to 2 minutes. And remember, the topic is motivation, getting inspired and ignited. So please stay on the topic. Thank you very much. We go now to Kumaran. You can unmute.
Thank you, Angeline. It's so nice to meet you. I'm so excited today because I'm talking lively with my digital family. My brothers, Bob Takusi, my brother Oliver, my brother Colin. I'm not sure Colin is here. My brother Vincent is not here. I'm my great brother Marty. It's so nice to be with the digital family. I'm so excited because last week in Singapore webinar I managed to speak to Julie and Michael William, and this week I'm talking to Lynn and all my digital family. I'm so excited. Sorry for I never opened my video just now because this is morning today for Malaysia. Today night I'll be having another section with Dr. Bill William in the night. So now I'm just spend my treadmill in the morning and I'm listening to watching y'all. So so I exercise myself. For the past 1 year, I'm watching my digital family more than my real family. I think I spend more time with Auntie Lynn than my wife. Okay, so this is how I motivate myself. The YouTube I watch, the sharing, I spend more time to get the oxygen for myself. The more I watch, the more oxygen I get it here. So I'm so excited, so happy. I no words to say. Thank you. I'm waiting for the World Cup to come. I'm a footballer. I'm actually now 55 years. I still play veteran footballer. We in Malaysia, we are crazy about football, and I'm so excited. And what our CEO done is like, oh my God, I know what to say. But in all these things, I can just put a word. I'm a Hindu. I do not know about Christianity, but then I have read about one page where the boat, the giant boat from the wooden, right? I think they call it Ark, ARK, right? And it's a way to the heaven. I'm not sure, but I think so. So I feel like our CEO just brought the Ark to us and make us to get in the Ark. And I'm one of them. I'm so happy. Thank you.
Thank you, Kumaran. Glad you're here. I'm glad you got to meet more people that you wanted to meet. That's very cool. All right. So again, remember that our topic is what? Motivation, inspiration, being ignited and inspired. So let's stay on the topic, everybody. Monitor your time. We've got 3 more speakers. We have Greg Lakin next.
Hello, everybody, all the founders. I was wondering, if I can, speak on a very involved industry, which I plan to do, eventually. But my thing is, I was brain injured in, 1980 in Telluride, and I came back to New York, it's a long, process, but I learned, anyway, I know a lot about alternative energy, and the fact that the people have been lied to for many years. EXO knew about it 40 years ago. But they had money and they hid it. Stanley Meyer has tried, he developed a car that can go from New York to LA in 22 gallons of water, but he was poisoned by the CIA 23 years ago. And then the car arrived in Japan for a while. But we gotta get off petroleum before we kill ourselves.
Hey, Greg, thank you very much. Remember, we're trying to stay on the topic of inspiration and motivation.
Well, yeah, I would be gladly, when I get an electronic car, I can go to my ski place in Smuggler's Knots, where I used to ski.
Okay, so that's gonna make you feel inspired, right? When you get to that ski resort.
Oh, and then I'm always inspired, but people around here don't get it.
Okay, so we're gonna stay positive, Greg. This is a
inspiring
motivation.
I'm always positive.
Not critical.
But I live alone. and I walk a lot, you know, it's all gonna be great. But
Gonna be great. Let's stay on a positive plane. So thank you very much for sharing today. We appreciate your contribution. Thank you. All right, now we go on to Bruce Gerstein. Good to have you here.
Hello, all you wonderful proud heirs. I'm very happy to be here tonight. I want to tell you from Sister Peckham to Lynn to everyone on here, I've always been inspired by all of you. You had some wonderful things today, Sister Peckham. I hope I said the name right. But you said a lot about, because one of the things that comes to me is that the first thing that happens is you have a thought. And that thought, when it's a positive thought, you get excited about that idea. We all get excited about the idea. And then we're ready to go. And the mind starts going, well, wait a minute. The mind gets interference. The wait a minute comes from words like, I don't want you to be disappointed if you don't make that happen. And a lot of things, they get in the way. What I do today is I don't let that mindset get in the way, because it's based on false premises, on false things appearing real. And so that's fear. So false events appearing real is fear. So I have to say, inspired with knowing that all things are positive, all things are possible in this world. I wrote in the chat earlier something about a song that I remember when I was younger. I think it was a Disney song to eliminate the negative, accentuate the positive, and don't settle for Mr. In Between. I don't even have to settle for Mr. In Between. I just have to cut to the chase and let go of the negative and just focus on the possible. So there was a story that I remember all the time. It's about the village where everything's possible. And I'll share this briefly. A man who was a salesman, was not doing well selling anything. He's in a mountaintop thinking, I'll never get anywhere. He hears all this singing and laughter at the distance. So he walks down to there and he asks the man who says hello to him, what is this place? You're all laughing. You're all singing. He goes, oh, this is a village where everything's possible. I said, so he asked, how do you get in there? He goes, all you have to believe is that everything's possible. Can I come in here? He's sure, of course, because everything's possible. And he came into his village and everything in his life changed. And he was so happy about everything, being so successful and being free of anything. And one day, as he was sitting by himself, his mind went, how did I get so happy? And as soon as he just asked himself that question, the village where everything is possible disappeared. So it's very important to always stay in the village where everything's possible. That's where we are in Unpassive. We're in the village of Unpassive, where everything is possible. Ashes proves this again and again and again, how absolutely positive, when you are positive and you're kind to other people, because he was welcomed into the village, wasn't he? So he got an act of kindness to be welcomed in. So when you do good things to other people, good things happen to you. As constantly emphasizes that, to do something good for somebody each day. And that's a blessing. And we live in a world where we can be blessed every day. In the world of Unpassive, the village of Unpassive, where everything is possible, we can be happy, joyous, and free every day. And Marcy Ann can sing as much and dance as much as she wants. Jean can be as joyful as she wants. Sue can be happy as she wants. John can be as crazy as he wants. And Lynn can be our chief operating officer, because you're the one you're the person here who keeps us together. And I don't know how much you realize how important you are to Unpassive and to Rob and to all of us here. And I love you very much. And I love all you very much. And let's just always think that we believe that we are living in the world of Unpassive Village, where everything is always possible. And don't go for the in-between. Stay away from negativity, and everything will be always happy, joyous, and free. So anyway, I've spoken a little over 2 minutes. I'm sorry, but I'm very excited right now. So I'll get some sleep. This is thing I'll do. But I'm very positive and very happy where we're going. And thank you again, Ash, for all the blessings you put on us. Thank you all.
Thank you, Bruce. You know, and on Passive, everything and more is possible. And it's all about mindset. And that's why Winners does this. You know, we're teaching positive mindset. And I know Mr. Mafara supports that, because a lot of the time when he speaks with us, he spends quite a bit of time talking about attitude and being positive. So I think he would support what Winner is doing. Thank you so much. All right, we have our last speaker, Gustavo, and he's going to be speaking about motivation, and he'll be speaking for about a couple minutes, right, Gustavo? You're our last speaker. Good to have you here. Gustavo.
Hey, everybody. Do you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you. The Lord bless all of us. And I want to share, for me, is that we, as this biggest family of the world, we are here not for lucky, not for any eternal, let's say, aims. The Lord shows us. He looked in our souls and the spirit and spoke to us to be here as a founder. And that is the very amazing thing where we have to be clear for till the end of our lives. Why we are here is to serve, is to love, is to share, is to support each person that required and a hand, a piece of love. A lot of people possible will got to be in this world or are alone, sad, whatever. That is our aim thing, because our financial, let's say, blessings that we will get to receive with Unpassive is done. We don't have even to think about that. And this is part of our blessing in our lives. But our really aim and our really mission through this awesome company is much bigger, to give, to be with the people that required this amazing company to be blessed, their families. So as much as we share, as much as we let them know, all our surrounder and every person that we can. This is the most important blessings that we can give through this company that we are part of. We are the child of God, and He loves us. He gives us continuous daily His love. So what we have to is not to keep it, but just to give it. And this is part of this amazing family. And so happy really to see each webinar and all what we have here, and daily we hear. This is only just, we feel love. So when we go out, then we start our mission, our real mission that the Lord give us, and is the reason again to be here as a founders. When I saw the first time Ash, immediately the Holy Spirit spoke to me and said to me, this is what you are praying for more than 15 years. And I want that you go to this way and do what I show you to do. And I encourage you, all of us, to share to every person in our teams. to be clear, what is our mission with this company? This company cover all. And what only just we have to be clear that we are here to bless the world, not in words, because our word, the Lord word says, all actions, all words without actions is empty, is nothing. So what we have is to wake up always, and if we are down, only just pray, because our Lord is with us, and we have to keep always, as always, I love this sentence, keep smiling and be happy with love.
Thank you, Gustavo.
Welcome.
Appreciate that. Thanks for your contribution. All right. So now we're going to go back to Oliver and Bob if they had to see if they have any final words. Oliver? Any final words, Oliver Fonte?
No, I'm fine.
Oh, okay, you're good. All right.
Yeah.
How about Bob? Uncle Bob?
Well, since I have my mic open, I just want to beckon all of us to just stay motivated, like our CEO is saying, stay connected, keep yourself informed, just log into your back office every day as often as you can, so you know what is happening. Remember, our CEO has told us that things are going to move fast. And here's what I believe. I believe Mr. Ashmufara has been telling us for the past year plus that things are going to move fast. I believe that time is coming. When he comes next week or so and tell us this is the end of the pending funding position and stuff like that, from that point on, things are going to move fast. So if you don't get engaged, get connected, get your back office, you might miss some information. So let's get engaged, get connected. Remember to also communicate to our teams, bring everybody back. Today, our mission today was to just let everybody come back to the fold as we're going to the home stretch. So that once OnPassive launches and we all activate ourselves, it's going to be a big bang for all of us. Thank you.
Thank you. Great conclusion. Appreciate it. Now we go to Father Bless, who's going to give us the prayer. If you don't want to be present, that's fine. You can gracefully exit. Father Bless.
Thank you, Angeline. Thank you, everybody. A great gathering tonight. As you speak, I had in my mind a million dreams. And I wish you to have the same dreams, a million dreams. Stay motivated. Let the brightest light fill your heart and your head as we prepare to meet our CEO tomorrow. Let us pray. Lord our God, restore us again by the repose of sleep after the fatigue of our daily work, so that continually, renewed by your help, we may serve you in body and soul. We ask this through Christ our Lord. Amen.
Amen.
Love you all. Winners.
We are all winners, that's for sure. All right. So this is our time to offer thanks.
All winners.
All winners, all the way. Yes. This is our time to say thanks to the people who make this webinar happen. Let's start with Mr. Marty DeGarmo. I think he had to leave, but he comes, he's a really busy man, and he knew that he wanted to speak, but he couldn't speak in the order that we had him in. So he said, can I speak after Bob? And I said, sure thing. So he made sure he came back and spoke, and he really did a great job of sharing with us. So thank you, Marty. And he also opens up this webinar and makes it so we can live stream to 20 different YouTube channels. Thank you, Marty. We'll always be grateful for you for that. Thank you to DJ Skeeper, who provided the live music. So if you guys came late, you didn't hear the music. So if you want to get the music, you got to come on time, and it's not recorded, so you have to be there or you'll be square. And we also want to thank our speaker, Dr. Pekam Takusi, great inspiration for all of us. Thank you also to Abdua Kia for his wonderful speech. Thank you to Oliver and Bob, because they're the ones that started this OWINNERS webinar and keep it going from week to week. Thank you to Father Bless for the prayer. Thank you to our graphic artists, Myra and June. They provided a beautiful graphic for us. I'll move away so you can see it. Today's one is really stunning. I just love it. And I hope you enjoy it too. We thank them because they provide our graphics every week. And that's a big commitment that they make to us. Thank you to our greeters and co-hosts, Marcia and Sylvie. They do a great job all the time. We love you for that. Thank you to our chat commissioner. He's the person that heads a crew that helps us to monitor the webinar chat and the YouTube chats. And at this time, we want to let him say his thanks to his crew. Go ahead, John.
Hi, everybody. This was a wonderful webinar tonight, and I feel extremely motivated to thank everyone that helped me tonight, not only here in Zoom, but in the YouTube chat. So those guardians are MK Kaylee, Yin Yang 444, KC Zevenbergen, Kashu Pagu, Raphael St. Germain, Jean Oliva, Listra Tuach, Merakino, Bruce Gerstein, Miriam Weiberg, Roy Davies, Yakaya Kadem, Rob Gorman, Dave Rosowski, and Willie Wonky. Thank you very much, folks. That's all I had to say.
Wow, you got a pretty big crew helping you. It's getting bigger and bigger, and the more the merrier, as they say. Appreciate it. All right, do we have Myra in the house, you guys? Myra.
Yes, yes.
Okay, Myra, come and talk to us for a bit if you can, Myra. She's our graphic artist, half of the two, you know, she and June. We appreciate
I'm here.
Yay!
Thank you so much, Lynn. And
Hi, Maria, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Takusi. It was such a great webinar tonight. I almost cried, but I retained my tears because I'm so excited. I don't want to spend more time crying because it's just so much good. It feels good to be motivated by others, you know, but it's no better motivation than the one we give to ourselves. It just feels right. You know, humanity continues evolving. We need to take responsibility for our own happiness so we can become the best version of ourselves, right? We need to stop expecting anything from others and take charge, not for the way others make us feel, but for the way we feel about ourselves and life in general. No one knows you better than yourself. You know, design your motivation, find out what ignites your motivation and give you the satisfaction, the joy, and set it automatic from there on. You know, like I love constructive criticism from others because this only makes me be better. I don't get sad or feel bad when others criticize my work. I take it as a good thing, you know, to rise. You know, we, the family, motivate ourselves because we know how good we have it. We know how much our life is about to change. We can reverse it now, like Marcin says, you know? So maintaining our motivation should be easier now that we have what we've all been waiting for, the freedom to do so much for our children, for our brothers and sisters, for ourselves. And I think one way to start getting motivated every morning when you wake up is just be grateful, give gratitude. And I assure you motivation will come on its own. Thank you everybody for having me tonight. And I'm so happy to hear everybody's motivation. You were all great. Love you all.
You know what? You've come a long way because I remember even just a few months ago, you said, no, I don't want to come on camera. I don't feel comfortable. I don't want to talk. And look at you now. You know, you just spoke for what, 5 minutes on your own?
Well, I try because you always push me too. And I like that. You see, that's what I'm talking about. You motivate me to be better and not to be afraid because I'm not a public speaker, but it doesn't mean that I don't have an opinion for everything. I also have a voice. So I appreciate you and love you for that as well.
Go, Myra, go. Thanks for speaking today.
Thank you.
Right. So now it's time for us to, I think I said my thanks. Oh, I want to talk about webinars coming up over the next few days, the ones that I am involved with. So we've got tonight, we got Roblin live at midnight. The link is in the back office. And tomorrow we have Chat with the OTech Pros at 2 p.m. Eastern. It's going to happen just an hour before the corporate webinar, which is at 3. So we won't hold you. You come in from maybe 2 o'clock to 2:30 and we'll let you go because we want everybody to log in early. As you know, the past couple of corporate webinars they've maxed out at the 20,000 and it maxes out before the webinar start time. So we want you to go early, grab your spot, don't miss out, okay? And we also have our regular lives that we have with Red. He goes live at 11 a.m. Eastern. Then we have Marty, who goes live at noon. Then we usually have Chris, if he's feeling up to it, he'll do his live at 12:30 p.m. Eastern. I think that's it for tomorrow. Yeah, that's it. And then Friday, we have Friday Night Live. And that's going to be an open mic, and we're going to talk. You're going to be able to ask the leaders questions. So we're excited about Friday Night Live. So that's just it for the next couple of days. Be sure to stay engaged. You know, as we say, the webinars, I think, are a big plus for people. If they get to these webinars, we believe they gain a lot. Personally, please attend webinars if you can and spread the word about them as well. All right, I think this is it now. This is our time to say goodbye to one another. And what I do is a nice, beautiful extended period of time for the buys. If you want me to highlight you, you'll need to have your video on, and that's my signal to know that you want to be highlighted. All right, so take your time and enjoy the buys. And be sure to join us same time, same channel for All Winners webinar. Thank you.
Goodbye from Joe.
Goodbye.
Thank you,
Everyone.
Goodbye from Pennsylvania,
Bye.
USA.
Bye.
Bye from Thailand.
Everybody.
Love you.
Good morning, James.
So long, goodbye.
It was amazing.
Bye-bye.
Love you all. Love
Oh,
you,
goodbye to
love you.
you.
Come next
All
Wednesday.
of you.
It was a great
Yeah,
webinar.
see you Wednesday. See you Wednesday.
Stay
So you need
motivated.
to win
Oh,
it. So you need to win it.
Hi, Casey.
everybody need to win it.
We deal with
Oh, yes.
cars or trucks.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so
We'll
you
see
need
you.
to win
Goodbye.
it.
We'll see you
We
later.
are so
We'll
in
see
the
you
mood
later.
to
Bye.
win
Bye.
it.
Bye.
Good
Good
night.
night.
Patricia.
Good night from
Bye
Brooklyn, New
bye.
York.
Hi, Marcy.
Hi,
There you
Marcy.
are.
Good night.
Everyone. Bye-bye. Thank you for
We'll see
On
coming.
you
fire.
later. We'll
Good
see
night.
you all again.
Good
Good
Night,
night.
night.
Bob. Good night.
Thanks for
Night
coming.
from
Bye,
New
Bob.
York.
Thank you.
Our
Thank you.
planet.
Thank you, everyone, for coming. Thank you. We love you all.
Welcome.
Thank you
You
so
are
much.
welcome.
Buenas,
Your
I really
participation,
appreciate
Fred.
you all. Thank you for coming.
urge everyone
And
to
please
get
do come
away
again.
from
Good night.
petroleum.
Come
Thank you,
again.
Mara.
Bye now.
We
Bye
love
Thank you,
you.
now.
Mara.
You
We
have
love the
You
money.
are
background.
doing a very good job.
Beautiful.
We are
Hey,
happy for
Casey,
you.
thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Hey,
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you later. We'll see you later. Bye
John, good
now.
night, John.
Hey, John
Good
Barilla.
Good night, John.
Amazing
Brooklyn,
voice.
Brooklyn.
You need to sleep now. You need to
When
sleep,
other
John.
people are not
Hi,
doing
June.
it.
Thank you for
Bye.
coming.
Number one problem in
Bye.
the
Bye.
world,
Bye.
drinking
Oh, Christine.
clean
Bye
water.
Hi,
bye.
Love you.
Dory.
Bye,
Bye.
Lori.
You look amazing.
Bye.
Thank you
Okay.
for coming.
Oh, nice. That's a good way to do it.
Electric
I like
Thank
that.
you,
clean.
thank you.
Bye, Tara.
We appreciate your time.
Everybody
day.
gets a chance. Everybody gets a chance. There's Miriam. There's Miriam.
Night. Bye bye. Bye
Everyone.
bye.
Bye.
I'll never
Bye
use
bye.
social media, but
Bye.
Thank you for coming. Thank you, thank you. Good.
Bye.
We appreciate
Bye.
it
And
of
there's
you.
Myra again. Good night, Myra.
Yeah, good night.
Appreciate your presence.
Bye. Bye
Bye.
bye.
Bye,
Henry,
Henry.
winner.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Hey, hey, hey.
These
Hello.
are winners.
You know?
Be winners.
Okay, good one.
Be the winners. Be the winners. Let's stay motivated.
Willie,
Hey,
good night.
Hi, Willie.
born
Yes,
free
Bye now.
winner.
Bye now.
Willie.
Glad to see you all.
Hey, Joyce. Thank you for coming. Woo, I like your color, girls.
Joyce, beautiful color.
Awesome.
Yes, Hassan, my
Thank you
brother.
all.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Kelly,
Bye bye. Good night
Bye.
from
Bye.
here. Good night.
Thank you for coming.
we are
Love
so
you all.
in it to win it.
So you need to win it.
We are so
Bless everybody.
Yes,
Brooklyn.
so you need to win it. Yes.
Bye bye.
Don Varela. Good
That's
night.
it.
Bye
Oh,
now.
yes.
Bye now. Bye now.
Bye. Bye.
Fire up, fire up, fire up. Good night. Bye bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye, everyone.
Don't forget to join Rob
Everybody.
Lee's
Thank
show
you for
in
coming.
an
Thank
hour.
you,
Rob Lee's
everyone.
show in
Good night, Leanne.
Please
Bye,
join
bye,
Rob
bye.
Lee's show.
Bye-bye.
Roblin live.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Roblin live.
Goblin Live.
Roblin night. Yes.
Awesome.
Oh, yes.
Good morning.
There it is.
Awesome.
Let's get motivated.
We also have the Australian webinar early this morning for those that they can attend. It's Fonda only. I'm going to be sending the link to some Fonda. It's Fonda only. Australian webinar early this morning. It's going to be 5:30 a.m. Eastern time. I'm going to be sharing the link for some Fonda. It's Fonda only. That's the Australian webinar.
Plug it early tomorrow at the corporate webinar. Don't forget, we're going to hit the max.
I will also have the Singapore